Okay, so I'm a stay-at-home mom, housewife, and I have a leaky faucet in my shower. I don't want to pay a fortune for a plumber to come and replace it, so I thought I could do this myself. Here's what my shower faucet looks like. It's just a single turn, as they say, and it's either right or left for hot or cold. You pull it out to turn it on. So I learned from watching a bunch of plumbers on YouTube how to do this. They say it's pretty easy. Let's see if it is. First thing you do, shut your water off to your house. This isn't like under the sink where you have a valve that you can turn it on and off and only work in an isolated way and then use the rest of your water facilities. So the whole water is off in the basement. Anyway, take your tools. I have all my tools ready. I don't have them with me here because I don't have a cover for my drain. I don't want to lose anything down there, so all my tools are behind me. Or on the other side. What you have to do with this is there is a little hidden seal here, and you take the cap off in order to access the screw beneath, and then that will remove the whole faucet for you. So I'm going to go get my tool from over there, which is just a Phillips screwdriver, and it's righty-tighty, lefty-loosey. And just for reference sake, because I don't know what I'm getting into, I'm keeping my faucet on center, which is between hot and cold, so that I have a frame of reference when I replace the cartridge, if that ends up being successful. Then I'll know exactly how to put it in, I hope. Okay, screw came out, pull this right off. Sorry, it is dirty. Probably doesn't attest too well to my housekeeping abilities, but this is some kind of flange that you're supposed to be able to pull out. In my case, it comes out, not in everybody's case, I'm told. So I'm going to put these over on the side. Again, I don't want to put them on the basin because I don't want them to go down the drain. So I'm keeping everything kind of in an order so that I know how it's going to go back on. Anyway, I'm told that also inside there will be, and this is what this lovely thing looks like, there's going to be a pin or a peg. They call it a pin. I may have to take it out with this. It's right here on the top. There it is. All these, they're standard cartridges. They all come with some kind of pin, if it's a Moen or I'm told even a Kohler. So it's just a little pin and it keeps the cartridge in place. If you don't remove this, you will never be able to pull this cartridge out. Mine was really easy to get out. Sometimes you can use pliers, so I came prepared for both. I'm not putting it down here. I don't want it to go down the drain. If I did do that, I'd be kind of out of luck. So we'll put it on the side. Now, here comes the part that it's a little frustrating because some cartridge manufacturers guarantee their cartridges for life, such as Moen. Well, I couldn't tell if mine was Moen because it didn't say it on the outside. It doesn't say it around the shower faucet, but I know it's definitely not a Kohler. Moen and Kohler will replace your cartridge for life for free. You have to send it into them though. You know, some YouTube videos tell you just go to your local plumbing supply store and they'll replace it for you for free. We have to bring it out and bring it to them first for them to do it. And no, not all local plumbing supply shops do that because they've been taken advantage of and the manufacturers won't work with them anymore. So I had to buy mine. Even though I don't know what the cartridge is, I felt like it's pretty standard, which this one's called a 1225, and it's pretty narrow. This is the whole cartridge, and it's pre-lubricated, so it's kind of greasy, so I'm touching it in a very specific manner. But the key part of my telling you this is that it comes with this little funky gray plastic thing. This is an important piece. I cannot remove the old cartridge without this piece. And because the other cartridge went in and they threw this piece out, I had no way to remove it. So I had to buy my new cartridge first in order to get this little piece. You're thinking, what, just use a pair of pliers? I did try a pair of pliers, but it didn't work. So we know that this will hopefully get the other one out. So anyway, it fits on like this. There's a groove. I'll show you. I don't know if it's going to work because I haven't tried it. We'll see. So you're supposed to be able to fit it on like this, and there are little places in here you can pull it out, but it won't come all the way out. There's a little washer here. I'm going to put this on the outside of the shower so I don't lose it. This is supposed to fit in here, and you're supposed to be able to take a pair of pliers. See, it pops in, but it only fits a certain way. Now it won't turn. And you're supposed to be able to take a pair of pliers and turn it one way and the other, and now it's actually got some give to it. Take this off. Supposedly this comes out, and it's not. And it is. Okay, so it's not, you just have to put a little muscle grease into it. Here's the old nasty cartridge, folks. And the reason why they use this tool is because this rubber and this rubber, they're sealed in there. They're sealed over use. They're sealed because they're pre-lubricated, and you have to loosen it in order to be able to pull it out. I got lucky. I'm also remembering that I pulled it out like this with a little hole on the top and the bottom so I can put my other one in properly. So we're going to put this on my version of a rag, which is toilet paper. And we're going to take the new one, and it is luckily identical. So you can see that it's got the same component to it. So we're going to put this back in now. I shouldn't need this little tool anymore. It's really, plumbing jobs can be pretty sneaky. So let's see, it's supposed to just slide right in. The whole piece is supposed to slide right in. And it's in. Remember there was a washer? I put it in hole up. The washer's not perfectly round on the inside. It's got a flat bottom and top that conforms to this brass knob here. So that's in now too. And we're just, be careful, don't trip. We're working our way backwards now. Now I've got to put in this locking pin to keep the cartridge in place so that when you turn it from hot to cold, it actually works. And if it's the right cartridge, this should go right in place. And if it's not, it might not work. So let's hope I have it right. Does it want to go? So I'm going to put this down, and I'm going to see if I just twisted it ever so slightly, maybe it would work. So I'm back. The reason my pin did not go in, I didn't want to bore you with the details and keep you waiting, but what I did was I reused this, which I didn't think I was going to have to do again, and there's a groove here and on the bottom. You have to match it up inside. I had to push this in, and then I had to realign what was in there, the cartridge. I had to realign it and just twist it ever so slightly because the plastic piece that fits up here has to clear this pin, or the pin has to clear it on both sides. So now you see it just slips right in and it hides inside. And you'll see that it's flanking both sides of the cartridge on the inside. It's kind of hard to see, but this little piece ends up flanking it. You can maybe see the little legs inside. Goes in and out. It's hard to see. Anyway, that's in now. The next thing that goes in is your flange that protects it, and then we put the knob back. Forgot. Washer, then your flange. This little washer, plumbers say online, is worth nothing, but I'm putting it back on because that's what it came with. And then we'll put the, I need my screwdriver. A little less organized than I'd like to be. So, back on. Hopefully it'll fit. Just screw it back on. I did everything in the upright position. Let's see what happens. I'm still going to put this on even though I haven't tested it. So I'll be back in a couple minutes. I'm just going to run downstairs and turn the water on, and then we'll test it live. I just ran back up 2 flights to turn the water on. Let's see if it worked. I'm not getting in the shower, but I pulled it out. It's working, but the real test is to see if it's still leaking. And this is where it is, where I'm rubbing. Right under here is where it was leaking. I'd hang my shower cap here after every shower, and my shower cap would gather like half a cup of water in a period of a day. So that's where I figured out the leak was coming from in here. I was lucky. There's no water so far. Nothing coming underneath. There's nothing coming in underneath, no leaking that I can feel. And we were lucky because the leak was external and not in the pipe. If it was in the pipe, I couldn't have done it. So it was successful. Thanks for sticking with me, and I hope that you learned something, because I did it, which means you can do it. One last note to follow up my success was, if you throw things out, don't throw this piece out. I'm keeping it. I couldn't do it with just pliers. I needed this special pull. So I'm keeping it. But I'm also going to try and follow up with Moen to see if I have any recourse on the money I expended to get this replacement cartridge, when I know that they do them for free for life. But I couldn't wait and deal with their replacement through mail because we had a leak. So I'm going to see if there's anything they can do for me. If they don't do anything for me up front immediately, probably what they will do is say, send in the old cartridge, we'll replace it, and then I'll have this new one as a backup. But I probably won't get my money back on the one I spent money on. But just so you know, my cartridge cost $30 with tax at the supply place, and I figure that's a huge savings anyway, because a plumber and the cartridge probably would have cost upwards of $100. So thank you.